Welcome, my name is Michael, and on this channel I talk about life as a professional artist. Almost every student, whenever they're in school, experiences a crisis. This is where you feel overwhelmed, where you begin to question yourself whether going to school is the right fit or not, and whether or not you have chosen the right path. This can be debilitating and can cripple a lot of people. I know for me, I really struggled with this a lot, and it caused enormous amounts of self-reflection. But what if I told you that this is actually by design? A good school will actually make sure that their students have this crisis. Simply put, growth as a person or as an artist or as a writer comes from self-reflection. And a crisis is the ultimate way to have that self-reflection. Questioning why it is that you make art, why it is that you write, why it is that you care, why it is that you have made the choices in your life that you made, and why you want to pursue the future that you want to pursue is the ultimate form of self-reflection. A good school will make you think about those things. Personally, I think these moments of self-reflection and learning about these experiences are so much more valuable to you as a person, as an artist, than just learning another skill set. I think a lot of people, when they go to college or they go to university or whatever, they struggle because they feel like they're not learning the right things at school. They're only learning, they experience a crisis and they think, oh God, I'm only learning techniques or skills, but I'm not learning exactly what I need to know. And that crisis that's happening, where your expectations of what you need and what you feel that you're receiving, when they don't line up, that is actually a sign of a good school, where you are actually going and learning what it is that you really want versus what you thought you wanted when you signed up to the school and when you first went there. So this is really important and really valuable, because yes, schools want you to go to them, but I don't think that schools want students who feel that school isn't necessarily the best option for them. And so learning that school isn't the right option for you is a valuable experience that school can give you. That's not to say that these moments of crises are just limited to school. You can experience them at all times in your life, and thinking about these will go and give you perspective to times when you are struggling. I know for me as an artist, especially for example when I was at school, there were weeks or even months when I felt like I couldn't make anything because everything that I was making felt wrong. And it was super valuable for me, and talking with mentors who had experienced those crises was able to help me go and find my answers and find myself and overcome them. And learning to overcome those crises has helped me immensely. It's helped me in every part of my life and has made me the person that I need to become. My mentor back in university, who actually worked for the graduate department, when I was telling him that I was trying to apply for graduate schools, this was his advice to me. He said, a good graduate school has two things. One, of course, they have great connections. So you go to them and then they will help you get a job or opportunities or gallery exhibitions or a book published or whatever. But the other major thing that they will do is they will cause that crisis. You go to graduate school, you go to school because whatever you're making isn't what you want to be making. There's a disconnect that you're feeling and you want to change that, change your situation. So, if you are happy with your practice and happy with your life, then you don't really need to go to school. But if you feel like what you're making could be better or you want to be doing something different, then you should go to a school. And what school will do is it will inspire that crisis and really force that reflection on how do you close that gap of what you want and where you are right now. The difference between a good school and a great school is a great school actually manage to make you experience that crisis twice. And that's why I think that going to schools longer is actually more valuable than just kind of getting it done. So, there are a lot of 4-year graduate or MFA programs, and personally this is what I would want to take, so that way I have time to experience multiple crises and work through them. Because, you go to school not just to learn techniques, but to learn how to overcome your own problems, your own failures, your own insecurities. And so having mentors there when you have these crises teaches you when you leave school how to overcome those as well, because crisis will always be a part of life and it's always something that you have to deal with, but having someone there who's skilled will help you wade through those waters. And they're so much more important than just learning technique or skill. because those are things that you can learn anywhere, anytime. Thank you so much. I have lots more content coming out all the time.